Good morning everyone, welcome to the official YouTube channel of Officers at 24/7. My name is Amanjot and today we are going to do the important MCQs related to your principles and practices of banking. So before starting this session, let me know, am I audible to all of you, and the PPT is also visible. Are we good to go? Good morning to all of you. Good morning, is everything okay? Are we good to go? Yes, let's start. So the first question for today's session is that which of the following targets to individual segments? What will be the right answer? Which of the following targets to individual sector? What type of banking is there which targets to individual sectors, segments? Is it retail banking? Is it wholesale bank? Is it corporate banking? Is it B and C both? What is the right answer? See, whenever we are talking about retail banking, wholesale banking, corporate banking, there are different types of banking which we are using in the banking sector, which provides a different kind of sector segments, the services related to banking. Let's say, for example, if we are talking about the retail banking, it provides services to individual person, individual segment. When we are talking about wholesale banking, it provides the services to the wholesalers or businessmen or enterprises. So the right answer will be your retail banking, which provides the banking services to the individual segment of the society. The right answer for the first question will be A, that is retail banking, right? Because it provides services to the individuals, not to the enterprises or businesses. Now the second question for today's session is, which of the following is not a service provided by retail banks? Do one thing, whenever you are answering the question, do mention the question number also. Okay, so now the second question is asking, which of the following is not a service provided by the retail banks? Is it savings account service? Is it remittance service? Is it personal loans, or is it consultancy? What kind of service is not provided by the retail banks? Let me know what will be the right answer. See, whenever we are talking about a bank always provides the services to the remittance. Okay, what is remittance? Remittance simply means transfer of money from one place to another. If we are transferring money to the foreign country, it will be known as foreign remittance. So whenever we are talking about a certain bank provide a service of opening a savings account, the service of transferring money from one account to another account, and it also provides the services related to loan. So the only service which is not provided by the retail banks here is consultancy. They do not provide consultancy services. I think you have heard about the merchant banking. Merchant banking. Whenever we are talking about merchant banking, the merchant banks provide the services of banking as well as the services of investment and consultancy. So the merchant banking is the only type of banking which is regulated by SEBI, not Reserve Bank of India. All the services, or we can say all the banking related services provided by Reserve Bank of India or observed by Reserve Bank of India, but only the different type of banking, that is merchant banking, this services is not provided by Reserve Bank of India or not monitored by Reserve Bank of India. It is regulated by SEBI. Now SEBI stands for Securities and Exchange Board of India, right? So here the right answer for the second question will be your consultancy, because retail banks do not provide the services of consultancy. And whenever we are talking about merchant banking is regulated by SEBI, not by Reserve Bank of India. Okay, and these merchant banking or these merchant bankers provides the consultancy services to the public, along with the commercial and investment services. Okay. Now the next question is, name the banking service that caters to the cross-border transactions. Again, a very simple question in which we are asking which of the following banking provides the cross-border transaction. That it means you can transfer money to the international market, you can perform certain banking activities for the international market or for the cross-border transactions. So which of the following will be the right answer for this question? Is it wholesale banking, is it international banking, is it retail banking, or investment banking? So which of the following is known as banking service that caters to the cross-border transactions? A, B, C, or D? Again, a very simple question. Whenever we are talking about the cross-border transactions, it means we are talking about international banking. The right answer will be your international banking, in which what we are saying that the cross-border transactions are allowed, the cross-border remittances are allowed by the international banking. So the right answer for the third question will be your B, that is international banking. Okay. Now next question is, very good, everyone is giving the right answer, correct. Now the next question is, which account is maintained in foreign currency with an authorized dealer that enables foreign exchange earners to credit 100% of their foreign exchange earnings to the account? Now which type of account is it? Is it EEFC account, is it Nostro account, is it Vostro account, or is it an NRE account? So we are asking that which of the following accounts gives you the permission to maintain your foreign exchange which you have earned in your certain account, so that you will be able to use that foreign currency in that form. You do not have to convert the currencies every time. Okay, as we know, there are certain exporters, importers, industries, individuals who are earning money in foreign currency because they are exporting goods, they are importing goods, or we can say they are providing raw material or anything else. So whenever a company or an individual is earning a foreign exchange, is earning a foreign currency, doesn't matter which country's currency is it, but they can maintain that particular currency in Indian account with Indian banks in same manner, in same format. They do not have to convert their currency to the Indian rupee. They can maintain foreign currency as they get. So which type of account is it? EEFC account, Nostro account, Vostro account, or NRE account? Kedar is saying A, that is EEFC. Okay. Simple is also saying no, Simple is saying C, that is Vostro account. Okay. See, the question is very simple. We have discussed about this account in the earlier session also. We have discussed about EEFC account. So the right answer will be your EEFC account. It stands for Exchange Earners Foreign Currency Account. Okay, EEFC stands for Exchange Earners Foreign Currency Account. This account was introduced by Reserve Bank of India. For whom? For the persons, for the individuals and companies, who are earning foreign reserves or foreign currencies, and also one important thing is that they also should be, or we can say the company or individual should be resident in India. So any individual person or any company, whoever earning foreign currencies and resident in India, they can maintain the account with their authorized dealers, that is EEFC account. These accounts will be in the form of foreign currency. In any foreign currency, whatever foreign currency you are accepting or you are paying, you can maintain that particular foreign currency in EEFC account with your authorized dealers. It means all scheduled commercial banks. Now one important thing is that EEFC account is in the form of the current account. It means no interest will be paid on this account. No interest will be paid because this account is in the form of current account, not in the form of savings account or FD or RD. So in this account, EEFC account, this account is provided by Reserve Bank of India for all kind of foreign exchange earners who are earning foreign currency and they want to maintain that foreign currency in the same format. They do not want to convert their currencies frequently, so they can maintain EEFC account, that is a current account. No interest will be paid to the persons One important thing, if you have converted any currency from WFC account to Indian rupee, you can't convert again to the foreign currency and deposit here. It means the converted currency will not be allowed to maintain in this account. Only the currency which you have earned in foreign currency, only the money which you have earned in foreign currency can be maintained in this account. No converted currencies can be maintained in the WFC account. Okay. Now the next question is asking about, if we are talking about what are the different types of accounts, let's discuss one thing. What are the different types of accounts which we can open in the bank? If we are talking about the basic accounts, there are 4 basic accounts, that is CASA, RAFA. Okay, current account, savings account, recurring account and fixed account. If we are talking about accounts related to financial inclusion, now what is financial inclusion? Financial inclusion is simply, financial inclusion is a process to link, each and every person, with financial services and products, at an affordable cost. So what is financial inclusion? Financial inclusion is simply a process in which we are trying to link each and every person with the financial services, with the financial product at an affordable cost. What is affordable cost? The cost which can be borne by the disadvantaged population of our society, the cost which can be borne by the weaker sections of our society. Let's say if a State Bank of India is saying that you can maintain a savings account with us by maintaining a minimum deposit, that is 5,000 rupees for the metro cities. Now all the persons who are living in the metro cities, they are not capable of maintaining the 5,000 rupees as a minimum deposit. Now whenever a State Bank of India is saying that you can maintain account with us, it is not providing the financial inclusion services. When the State Bank of India says, or any other bank says, that you can maintain a bank account, you can avail the foreign product or service with us, financial product and service with us at an affordable cost, that cost which you can afford. It means if I want to maintain an account with the minimum deposit of 100 rupees, I am able to do so. That will be known as your financial inclusion. So financial inclusion means to linking each and every person with the financial services and products of banking sector, of financial sector at an affordable cost will be known as financial inclusion. Now there are certain accounts which was introduced for the financial inclusion purpose, that is no frills account. NFA account, no frills account, was launched by Reserve Bank of India in 2015. After that, this NFA account is converted into BSBD account in 2012. So NFA was introduced in 2005 and it was converted into 2012 in BSBD account. Now what does BSBD stand for? Let me know. Does anyone know what does BSBD stand for? Whenever we are talking about financial inclusion account, there are 2 types of account. First is no frills account and second is BSBD account. If you want to know what are the different trading accounts, there are 2 types of trading account. First is demat account, that is very common whenever we are investing in a share market, capital market, whenever we are selling or purchasing the shares, bond, debentures, we have to maintain a certain account which is demat account, that is a trading account. There is also one account, that is gilt account, which we used mainly for the government securities transaction. When we are investing in government securities, we use gilt account, and when we are investing in share, bonds, debentures or derivatives, etc., we maintain the demat account with the depositories. Okay, there are 2 depositories, that is CDSL and NSDL, which was given by BSC and NSC to us. Okay, now the next account which can be maintained by NRIs, account for NRIs, is first NRE account, second is NRO account. Both the accounts will be maintained by, can be maintained by the NRIs, that is non-resident external account and non-resident ordinary account. Okay, now these 2 accounts are in the form of CASA, RAFA. It means in NRE and NRO account we can maintain current account, savings account, recurring account or fixed account. Clear? Now there are certain accounts that are in the foreign currency form, accounts in the foreign currency form. First is your EEFC account, which we have discussed recently, exchange earner foreign currency account. This exchange earner foreign currency account is maintained in form of current account only. Now the second account, which is maintained by or open in the foreign currency, that is FCNR account, but this FCNR account is only in form of fixed deposit. It means you can maintain a foreign currency in form of fixed deposit in FCNR account, that stands for foreign currency non-resident account. Okay. Now the other different accounts is, that is account maintained by banks, account maintained by banks with other banks, banks with other banks. That is also known as currency accounts. Okay, that is also known as currency account. There are three types of currencies account. That is nostro account, second is your vostro account, and third is your loro account. Now these three types of accounts are accounts which is maintained by one bank with another. It means domestic bank to foreign bank and foreign bank to domestic bank. Okay, now these are the certain types of accounts which can be maintained by any individual in the bank by following the criteria, by following the restrictions given by the Reserve Bank of India. So first we have discussed there are certain basic account, next we have discussed there are certain financial inclusion account, next there are trading account, next we have NRIs account, next we have foreign currency accounts, next we have currency account which is maintained by domestic banks or foreign banks with each other. Okay, now let me know till now everything is clear to you. All the types of bank account which I have telling you is clear to all. Very good, simple. The BSBDA stands for Basic Saving Bank Deposit Account. There are certain conditions on the Basic Saving Bank Deposit Account. That is also important. What are the credit limit is allowed? What are the remittance limit is allowed? What are the different limits for the withdrawal of the funds? So these limits are also important whenever we are talking about a certain accounts. Okay, so these are the total account which can be maintained by an individual in the public in any kind of bank. Okay. Now the next important question is related to your insurance sector. So in this question we are asking which model allows banking company to enter into strategic alliance with insurance company for distribution of insurance products across the banking network. Now which of these are the right answer is the right answer related to your question. So we are saying that bank has partnered with a certain insurance company to provide the insurance product to the public. As we know, whenever we are going to the bank, we are opening a bank always have a certain insurance product to sell. So what kind of service is bank providing, or what kind of model is known as in which banks provide insurance to their customer by maintaining a partnership with a certain insurance company? Now what will be the right answer? A, B, C or D? If we are talking about insurance, there were one committee, that is Malhotra committee. Now Malhotra committee started providing insurance services with the banks. So under the Malhotra committee in 2000 year, banks got permission to participate in the insurance business in three formats. First is your bancassurance, second is your referral business, third is your underwriting. So these are the three types of insurance services which can be provided by the bank to the customer by partnershiping, by maintaining a joint venture, by maintaining a partnership with the insurance company. Now it is started in 2000 year by the Malhotra committee recommendation. Suresh is saying C, that is bancassurance. Okay, Simple is saying B, Parul is saying C. What about rest? Kedar is saying bancassurance. Okay, it means option number C. Okay, so the right answer is bancassurance, in which bank and insurance company partner with each other, in which bank provide or bank sell the insurance product of the insurance company to their customer. Now the insurance product is known as third party product for the bank. It is known as third party product for bank. Now what does third party product means? It means simply we know that insurance is not a product of a bank. Insurance is a product of a insurance companies. Insurance sector is regulated by Adda, that is the Insurance Regulatory Development Authority of India. So insurance is not a product of a bank, but still bank is providing services in the insurance sector. Now these services, whichever is not belong to the bank, but still bank provide these kind of services to the public by partnershiping with other company or other sectors institutions, that product is known as third party product. So the insurance is third party product of the bank. Demat account is also a third party product for the bank. Providing securities transaction is also a third party product for the bank. Okay, so insurance is the third party product, and these third party product is started by a bank from the year 2000 by the recommendation of Malhotra committee. Now next question is asking, wholesale banking refers to doing banking business with individuals, only companies registered with Companies Act, large borrower irrespective of their category, industrial and business entities including government and public sector companies. Which of the following will be the right answer related to the wholesale banking services provided to whom? A, B, C or D? What will be the right answer? Let me know what will be the right answer for the sixth question. Whenever we are talking about retail banking provides the services to the individuals, okay, but whenever we are talking about wholesale banking, it provides services to the, not the individual. That is true. A can't be true, because in A option will be correct regarding to retail banking. Okay, Suri is saying D, Ananta is saying D, Kedar is saying D, Parul is saying D, Prabha is saying D. Everyone is going with the D option. The right answer will be industrial and business entities including government and public sector companies. The right answer will be the D option for your E question, sixth question. Very good. Now next, under FEMA the emphasis is on. Now we know there is a FEMA Act, okay, which replaces the Act FARA. The Foreign Exchange Regulation Act was there. It was replaced by a Foreign Exchange Management Act. Now on which of the following option FEMA focuses on or FEMA emphasizes on? First is recovery of penalty, second is punishing the Forex violators, third is saying management of foreign exchange, fourth is saying controlling NPA. So which of the following is the right option related to the emphasis on under the FEMA Act, that is Foreign Exchange Management Act? If we know the full form, then can also we answer this question. If we know what is the full form of FEMA, what is the full form of FARA, you can answer these type of questions. Suri, do write the question number while you are answering. Okay. Now what is the answer of seventh question? Is it recovery of penalty? Is it punishing the Forex violators? Is it management of foreign exchange? Or the last, that is controlling NPA? Okay, everyone is going with the C option. Very good. The right answer is your C, management of foreign exchange. If we are talking about Foreign Exchange Regulation Act, now what will be the right answer? It will be the right answer that restrictions on foreign exchange, because whenever we were using the Foreign Exchange Regulation Act, it has certain restrictions on the foreign exchange in our country, because we have a limited foreign exchange reserves. But after 1991 economic reform, in which we have introduced LPG policy, what does LPG stand for? Does anyone tell me what does LPG stands for? So in the economic reforms of 1991, we have introduced this LPG policy, in which we have said that now Indian economy will be linked with the world economies. It means you can participate in the foreign exchange of your country. You can participate in the foreign trade. You can exchange goods and services with the foreign countries, with the rest of the world. It means there were no restrictions. There were no restrictions on the foreign trade under the act, that is Foreign Exchange Management Act. But whenever we are talking of Foreign Exchange Regulation Act, it provided certain restrictions on the foreign exchange of the currencies. Okay, it means you can't exchange the currency as much as you want. There are certain restrictions that if you want the exchange for the tourism, you have to you will provide it with a certain limit of foreign exchange. If you need a foreign exchange for the medical purpose, you will have a certain limit of medical purpose emergencies in which you can convert your currency. So Foreign Exchange Regulation Act has provided a certain restrictions on the foreign exchange in the conversion of currency. But when we have adopted FEMA, we have already launched LPG policy. No one told me yet what does LPG stands for. If you do not know the answer of any question I am asking, then let me know that we do not know, okay, so that we will continue further. So LPG stands for liberalization, privatization, globalization, under which the globalization provides the permission, or globalization Okay, now it's okay. I think it's okay now. Okay. So we were discussing that LPG, in under LPG we have started liberalization, privatization, globalization. Under liberalization we have don't know. Okay, okay. Foreign Exchange Management Act, that is true. Anantha, we will explain the important content related to FEMA Act in the another class. Okay, well, while we were taking the conceptual classes, we will discuss the FEMA content. Now, what does LPG stand for? Liberalization, privatization, globalization. Under liberalization, we have provided liberal policies and rules that each and everyone can start business in the country. The restrictions which were already implemented by Government of India, that is license Raj, permit Raj, quota Raj, was removed under the liberalization. Now, what is privatization? Privatization gives permission to the private sector to participate in the sectors which was only regulated by the government sector or by the public sector. Now, globalization provides the permission to link your economy with world economies. It means now your economy is open, you can export and import in every goods and services which is allowed by your government with the rest of the world. So under globalization, we have maintained Indian economy as an open economy. It means there is no restrictions on the foreign trade of the economy. There is no restrictions on the export and import of the country. So when we have allowed that Indian economy became open economy and there is no restrictions on foreign trade, now the FARA Act was not relating with this globalization form because it has provided a certain restrictions. It has provided certain restrictions on the foreign exchange conversion. That's why we have replaced FARA to the FEMA, in which FEMA has said that we will only manage the foreign exchange. Whatever foreign exchange is coming to the country or going from the country, we will manage all that foreign exchange. There will be no restrictions on the exchange of the foreign currencies. So the right answer for the C of 7th question is C. Now, next question is asking, when financial institution and banks undertake activities related to banking, like investment, issue of debit and credit card, etc., then it is known as. What will be the right answer? A, B, C or D? That is internet banking, that is universal banking, virtual banking or wholesale banking. What we are saying that we have there is a financial institution which provides banks or undertakes certain activities which provide like investment activities, issue of debit, credit card, etc. Now it will be known as which of the following? Is it internet banking? Is it universal banking? Is it banking? As we know, wholesale banking is provide services to the industries, to the businessmen, to the public sector companies, etc. So the right answer will not be wholesale banking. A very important concept is that whenever you are attempting any question in any subject, you can use the elimination method. Now, what is elimination method? In which you can confirm with the wrong answer. That here I have talking about that wholesale banking will not be the right answer, because wholesale banking provides services to the businessmen, to the enterprises, to the industries, to the companies. So wholesale banking will not be the right answer. So we can say that D will not be right answer. Now, whenever we are talking about C option, that is virtual banking. Virtual banking, when a customer is capable of carrying out the banking services without visiting a bank branch. That you do not have to visit the branch, you do not have to go to the bank branch to perform any certain activities. Let's say, for example, if I want to deposit a certain money, then I do not have to go to the bank branch. I can go to the ATM and deposit money there with the cash deposit machine. If I want to withdraw, then I do not have to go to the bank branch and fill the withdrawal form and get the withdrawals. I can directly go to the ATM and withdraw fund from there. If I want to transfer money to someone, I want to make payment to someone, I do not have to go to the bank right now, because I have a certain application, I have an internet banking from where I can transfer fund to another person. So virtual banking will not be the right answer. Now, if we are talking about internet banking means simply it's a part of your virtual banking in which you do not have to visit to the bank branch and you can opt all the banking services in internet. Okay, so right answer will be your B. Very good. That is universal banking. Universal banking means simply that when a customer is getting all kinds of services in a single roof. If, let's say, for example, if I am going to the bank, I can deposit my money, I can withdraw my money, I can take loan from the bank, I can open the locker facility, I can take the locker facility there, I can use the check, demand draft, all the payment systems of our country, I can remit the money. So I have getting all kind of commercial activity and also the investment activity. If I can go to the bank, I can have and I can invest with the help of bank in the shares, bond, debentures, derivative, government securities. It means all kinds of commercial activities, all kinds of investment activities you are getting in a one roof, that is known as universal banking. Along with this, you are getting your insurance facility, you are getting your demat account facility. So all the facilities in financial services providing in a single roof, it will be known as universal banking. So the right answer for the 8th question will be B. Next question is asking about the Islamic financial system works on the basis of what? The Islamic financial system works on the basis of what? Sharing return, sharing risk and return, predetermined risk and return. So whenever we are talking about Islamic banking works on a principle of Sharia law. There is a law that is followed by a certain community in which it has said that there will be that this particular bank or this particular banking will not provide the service of investment interest. It means they will not provide interest on your deposit and they will not take loan interest on your loan services also. It means Islamic banking works on a certain law which prohibits it to earn interest or pay interest on the deposit and loan. Okay. Now the law is known as, the principle is known as Sharia law, which is followed by the Islamic banking. Now what will be the right answer? In Islamic banking, we are not getting any kind of interest on loan. We are not paying interest on the deposit, but how the bank will run? The economic activity of the bank will be done with only by earning a certain money, because you have to provide salaries to the employees, you have to give the rent, you have to provide money to the day-to-day transactions. So how you will earn money on Islamic banking? Because they are not getting any interest on loan activity, because taking interest and giving interest is prohibited under the Sharia law, which is followed by a certain community. Kedar is saying don't know, Parul is saying C, and Antha is also saying very good. The right answer is C. Sharing risk and return. The economic activity of Islamic bank or Islamic banking will be provided or will be continued by sharing the risk and return whichever deposits or investments or loan you are providing to the customer. Okay, so whenever we are providing loan to the customer and customer is starting a business, so we will share the return of the customer with the bank, and that's how bank's economic activities works in the Islamic banking. The right answer will be C. Next question. What do we call the type of banking carried out by non-banking financial intermediaries which provide services similar to those of traditional commercial bank? So we are asking about what kind of banking it will be known as, which is provided by non-banking financial institutions which are limited similar to the services which is provided by the commercial banks. Is it shadow banking? Is it narrow banking? Is it virtual banking? Is it para banking? What will be the right answer of 10th question? Let me know. Surya is saying B, that is narrow banking. Okay. What about rest? See, first of all, if we are talking about financial institution, there are two types of financial institution in our country. First is banking institution. Let's understand in a short this. First is banking institution and second is non-banking financial institution. Whenever we are talking about banking institution, first bank comes under this is RBI, that is Reserve Bank of India, that is a central bank of our country, and RBI has divided all the banks in two categories, that is first is scheduled bank and second is your non-scheduled bank. Okay, so RBI has divided India's banks in two categories, that is scheduled and non-scheduled bank, and there are another financial institutions which are known as non-banking financial institution. They are not registered under the Banking Regulation Act. Okay, now non-banking financial institutions covers three types of different institutions, which is all India financial institutions, second is your non-banking financial companies, third is your primary dealers. Now these are the parts of non-banking financial institution. Non-banking financial institutions do not have to register under the Banking Regulation Act 1949 because they are not banking institution, they are non-banking financial institution. But if we are talking about banking institution, they have to register under the Reserve Bank of India as well as Banking Regulation Acts. All the rules, regulation, norms should be followed by banking institution. If any financial institution wants to work as a non-banking financial institution in the country, they have to register with the Reserve Bank of India. After registering with the Companies or Act or any authority they have provided to register in. Okay, so these are the certain financial institution in our country. First is banking institution and second is non-banking financial institution. Now the right answer for this will be known as shadow banking. What we are saying, just understand the question. What we are saying, that what do we call the type of banking carried out by non-financial intermediary which provides services similar to those traditional commercial banks. Similar to, like you are providing a similar services which is providing by the commercial bank, but still there are certain differences because you are not a bank, you are not registered with Banking Regulation Act 1949. That's why you can't provide all the services which is provided by the commercial bank, but you are providing the similar services. Now when you are providing similar services, it means you are providing the shadow banking services. Now what does narrow banking stand for? Narrow banking simply means when a bank is putting its funds in a risk-free assets only, in a certain funds only. Let's say for example payment banks. What payment banks are doing? Payment banks are providing loan to the payment banks are not providing loan to the public. Payment banks are only investing in the government securities. It means that they cannot provide loan to the public, but they can invest in the risk-free assets. So whenever a bank is putting its money to the secured asset, to the risk-free assets, or providing a certain limited services to the customer, that is known as narrow banking. Okay, but when it comes to shadow banking, the services provided by non-banking financial institutions are known as shadow banking. Virtual banking we have already discussed. Now there is a para banking. What does para banking stand for? Para banking is a certain service in which, apart from day-to-day transactions, bank is providing extra facility to the customer, extra activities to the customer. Let's say for example, what is the day-to-day facility of a bank? First is they are taking deposit from the customer, giving withdrawal to the customer, giving loan to the customer. These are the day-to-day transactions which a particular bank is providing. Now in para banking, you are also getting additional facility. Let's say for example insurance, let's say credit card, let's say debit card, international credit card, debit card, or we can say your remittance services to the foreign countries. All these kinds of services are provided by banks apart from day-to-day transactions will be known as para banking. Now there is certain difference between para banking and universal banking. When we are talking about universal banking, we are saying that bank is providing all kind of commercial investment services. Under para banking, we are saying the same thing, that in universal banking, bank is providing deposit, withdrawal, loan, check clearance, demand draft, locker facility, insurance, credit card, debit card. All the services will be provided under universal banking, and similarly all these services will be provided under the para banking. Now what is the difference between para and universal banking? In universal banking, you will get all kinds of commercial and investment services. In para banking, you will get additional services apart from day-to-day transaction of a bank. It means in universal banking, everything will be available in the one roof. But when we are talking about para banking, it means if a bank is providing services of deposit, withdrawal, lending, apart from this, bank is providing a single service to you, that is insurance, it will be known as para banking. Now, any one additional service provided to the customer apart from day-to-day transaction will come under the para banking, or all kinds of services provided to the customer is known as universal banking. Okay, I hope the difference will be clear to all of you. Now, you have said that Kedar got 7 out of 10, Suri got 8, Ananta got 5, Simple got 7. What about rest? How much score you have done out of 10? So, these are the 10 questions which we have discussed today related to your principle and practices of banking. Now, those candidates who are new to the channel, do subscribe the channel and press the bell icon so that you will be notified whenever the new session of R will come. Now, before going, first information for all of you, do download the Adda 24/7 application to get more questions related to your PPB practice in the banking awareness section of Adda 24/7 application. Now, if you are new to the channel, do subscribe the channel. And one information for all of you, that we are starting an English medium batch from 16th of April, which will be your English language batch for your June 2022 exam, in which we are starting principle and practices of banking sessions from the 18th of April in which we are going to discuss the conceptual understanding of each and every topic under all your modules, and we will also do the practice on those particular topics. Okay, so it is very important that whatever concepts you are studying, whatever terms you are studying in a certain exam, do practice all the questions related to that, because we know the conceptual understanding, but implementing those concepts in the examination hall is more important. So make sure, if you are eligible for this particular exam and you are preparing for JAIIB preparation and you want to join a dedicated batch where you will get all the right study material, all the MCQs, all the conceptual understanding topics or classes, then you can join this particular batch. You can join this particular batch by using the code that is Y496. You can use a code that is Y496 and you will get 77% discount on this code. And if you want 1% additional discount, you can purchase this particular batch from the Adda 24/7 application. Okay, so that's all for today. Thank you for joining and stay safe.